Hi guys, welcome to Top Table Gaming. This is an unboxing.
And don't forget guys to use our affiliate link to get discounts at Element Games for your box sets for Shadowspear or any other Games Workshop or other products that you wish to buy. It really helps the channel out and you get discounts, so it's great. It's win-win.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I'm Top Table Steve.
And I'm Top Table Ben.
Today we are going to be unboxing the amazing new 40k box set, Shadowspear. We're going to have a look inside the box, rip it open, have a look at the sprues, talk about what we see inside the box, and then later on we'll come back with the models built and have a look again. I'm excited about this one, Ben.
So I'm really excited about this one. There's loads and loads in the box. I think it's all new models.
Yes.
There's some new codexes in there. And I think one of the things that I'm quite excited about is the new Chaos Space Marines, because the old models, they're quite janky, they're quite dated now and things, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they look.
It's going to be awesome. From the pictures that we've seen online, I'm really excited.
Amazing.
This also, going forward, is going to be a system that you're going to see a little bit more of.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've both been collecting Conquest. A few of you may have seen the videos that I've done in the past, which I kind of discontinued, if you like. I didn't keep up with them as I should, and I promise you, anyone who's interested in 40k, that we will be picking up on 40k, and we'll explain more about that later on in the video.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, let's get this box open and have a look what's inside. So here we are guys, as we can see we have the front cover of Warhammer 40k Shadowspear box set. This, I mean, the artwork always really inspired me on these. I've never really sort of been into 40k apart from the last 12 months. But the artwork's I've always stopped and looked when I'm in Games Workshops, always looked at the models on the shelf, so this looks really, really cool. It's plainly obvious it's Space Marines and Chaos. If we flip it over, we've got some nice imagery on the back. It shows us the models painted, which looks absolutely stunning, and I think ours are going to look equally as stunning as that. What do you reckon, Ben?
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
So, a quick overview on the back of the box. We can see that you get a Chaos Force, a Space Marine Force, and you get 3 codexes in this box. What are those, Ben?
So you get a codex for each, for the Demonkin and the Vanguard Space Marines, which are almost like mini codexes to go along with the main codexes for each of the Chaos and or the traitor Astartes and the Primaris Space Marines, and then the Shadowspear book is like a campaign book which goes through each.
Just makes this box set individual to these forces.
Absolutely, yeah.
They do that a lot with them, with the different boxes that
they've
they
done that
release.
with like Fang and Claw and the other.
I had the 2 Space Wolf ones, which are still on the shelf untouched, I must admit, but not for long, not for long. So inside this box it tells us we get a 24-page Shadowspear campaign book, 24-page codex for Vanguard Space Marines, 24-page codex for Demonkin, a fold-out Warhammer 40k core rule sheet, Warhammer 40k Shadowspear transfer sheet. The 35 Citadel miniatures you get in are Captain in Phobos armour. Phobos, is that how you say it? Librarian in Phobos armour, Lieutenant in Phobos armour, 3 suppressors, 3 eliminators, and 10 infiltrators. That's for the Space Marines. And then for Chaos, you get the Master of Possession, the Venom Crawler, 2 obliterators, 2 Greater Possessed, and 10 of the awesome new Chaos Space Marines. So I think what we'll do, we'll flip it over, and we'll start looking at these gorgeous sprues. Dun, dun, dun. I'll move this out of the way, flip the lid off, there's some bubble wrap. Don't think anyone wants to see that, Ben.
No.
Lovely bases.
We all know what they look like. Put that to one side.
Okay, straight off the bat, I can see that we have some of the larger sprues, which are going to be your sort of your main infantry makeup, and then you've got the smaller sprues, which I'm assuming will be heroes. So we'll start with the bigger ones. I'll pass that over to you, Ben.
Cool. So this looks like some of the Vanguard Marines with some of the massive weaponry.
That looks
There's
awesome.
sniper rifles here. So yeah, we'll get those built up in a minute and have a proper look at those, but they look wicked. There's loads and loads of detail on there. Those weapons are huge as well, aren't they?
Yeah, awesome. And I think, is that exactly the same sprue?
That looks like the same sprue to me.
Cool stuff. So we'll
pass on that one.
Yeah, we'll move straight over. I can see some Chaos axes, which I think
So this is
a giveaway. These look like.
These look like the Greater Possessed. So yeah, that looks like one of the.
Again, there's a lot of detail. If we just flip it over and look at the other side, Yeah,
there's loads of
they look
detail on
amazing.
there. Looking wicked.
I'm not envious of having to paint those. I'll tell you that.
No. Regret my choice now.
So we'll move on. This again looks very
attacking them.
similar. There's a big gun on it, but it's a different sprue, obviously. More Space Marines.
Yep.
I can see the jetpacks, sniper rifles. They are really cool. I mean, looking here, just the different little characterful heads.
Yeah.
Talking on his radio and such. Like I said before, I've always been an admirer of the aesthetic of 40k and Space Marine, so I'm going to look forward to putting these together.
One thing I've just noticed as well is there's like little details for the bases as well.
That's cool.
So that's a little bit different to your normal kits as well. So that's really
that
cool.
is really cool. I like that. Awesome. And then we have another large sprue.
This looks like another Chaos one.
Something from a Nightmare.
Yeah. So you got this looks like the Venom Crawler to the two halves of the Venom Crawler there. And again, just loads and loads of details.
There's too much to look at.
There is, isn't there? All these little spikes. And do you know what? This is, for me, this is what Chaos should look like. I think some of the spikes look a little bit too cartoony on some of the older sprues and things, whereas this makes it look like some sort of horror film. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting these put together.
What are these guys? Flip it around, have a look at the other side.
Yeah.
See some of the detail. They're going to be awesome.
I think they're the obliterators, those ones are, with the massive weapons on them.
Yeah. There's some bits that look quite delicate.
Yeah.
Looking at it, like you say, with the spikes, I think you'll have to be a little bit careful.
The pointy bits,
when you're getting these off the sprue. So as long as you do that, you should be okay. But yeah, that's the other sprue for Chaos. So going into the smaller hero sprues, we have... What do you know his name?
That's the Master of Possession.
That's the one.
Yeah, he was the one that kind of had the big reveal on the Games Workshop website. But yeah, there's loads of like really cool detail on him. Have you seen like all the fur on the back
it looks
there?
awesome.
All the little raggedy holes. His backpack. It looks proper Chaos. That.
Yeah.
He's the one that's got like the ram's head and like those horns on him as well.
Yeah.
He looks really really cool.
He does. He looks awesome. He looks really good. That is cool. And then we'll move on to what looks like the librarian.
That could be the captain. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, he's got the big power sword. I think he's the captain in Phobos armor.
Where's his head? Oh no, I think that's the
no,
librarian.
that'll be the librarian.
Yeah, it's the librarian. I think the book's a giveaway.
Yeah, that'd be it. Yeah.
But yeah, a really nice detail again. I've literally only just finished building my librarian from the Conquest magazine. So this is, and I converted one as well to be a Space Wolf. So now I have a third.
Excellent.
I've got three. I don't know what they do, but I've got 3 of them.
I really like the robes and stuff on these as well. These are quite dynamic poses. You can see like the flowing robes and stuff. So when he's put together, he will look really
awesome.
really cool.
Really good, yeah. And then the captain. Oh, excuse me. I'll pass that over to you, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
He looks like
I really like the look of
There's
him.
so much detail on there. There's so many bits. There's like the little screen down here. Oh, that's part of the screen that attaches on here. You can see all the detail on the chest plate there.
Yeah.
And the little antenna on the back and the antenna on the head as well.
Yeah,
There's just so much detail on it.
Jay would definitely break these.
Yeah, he would. Manhandling them.
Okay, so let's have a look what we've got in the bottom of the box. We pop that there. We have a nice cardboard insert, which is becoming the norm in these box sets, with some really nice artwork.
I think that's the same artwork that's on the front of the cover as well.
It certainly is. That could
really
go
cool.
in a frame and go up in the studio somewhere. And then what else have we got now?
Cool. So in here, we should have a bunch of books.
Yeah.
So we'll just cut out and we'll have a quick look at these 3 books. Okay, so these are the 3 books. So we've got the Shadowspear book, which is the campaign book. We've got the Vanguard Space Marines Codex, and we've got the Demonkin Codex. Also in here, you've got a very simplified rule book, which is great. It'll make it nice and easy for learning the rules.
It's going to be really good for us, that.
It is. And then here you've got the instructions. So as you can see there, that's all the models that you get in the kit.
They look great. And
all the sprues and all the instructions. The instructions are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all the sprues and things are numbered, so it should make putting them together fairly easy. I believe these are fairly monopose kits, but I'm sure you could do a bit of conversion as well. I'm not opposed to that because they're all quite dynamic looking anyway.
Yeah, I think they look cool.
So we'll be using that to put them together in a sec.
Awesome.
Also got Black Legion sample chapter if you're into that sort of thing.
Again, that's kind of become the norm with 40k stuff, hasn't it?
It has
Little
indeed,
books.
yeah, it has indeed. And then you've got the little transfer sheet, if you can see that. So it's got the crosses for the Chaos and all the symbols for the Ultramarines.
Hashtag no freehand needed.
Makes it a little bit easy to paint. And then again, even more bases and bits to put them together.
For the jump packs. And that is what's in the box. So I think we'll go away now, get busy with our glue and snips, and we will come back and show you all the models built up.
Okay guys, so here is the Demonkin half of the box set, fully assembled. Now this took about 2 hours to put them all together. Some of the miniatures are a little bit more complicated than others, but the instructions are really good. They are very straightforward to put together. It is just a little bit time consuming. So I'm just going to show you some of these miniatures up close. So first up, I'm going to show you the Expiring Champion with Chain Axe and Plasma Pistol, and that is this guy here. So he is leading the Chaos Marines. And by putting them together, whilst I was putting them together, I got a really kind of real appreciation for the miniatures. This is a Marine with an autocannon. So that one looks super impressive. And some of them have got bolt pistols, some have got chain swords. They're all kind of kitted out slightly differently. I'm sure there are more competitive ways to build them, but as they come out of the box, they look really cool. Next up, we have the Obliterators, which are these big dudes. So again, these have got quite a lot of detail on them. But they look wicked. All the pipe work and fleshy bits on the back here. So I'm looking forward to seeing these guys stomping around the table. Next up, it's the Great Possessed, and that's these guys. And as I said, by putting them together, I got a much greater appreciation for all the detail that was on these models. This one's probably my favourite. I love the giant claw. I love the bones and things that make up all his armour. Looks really gnarly. The Venom Crawler. This is probably the most complicated model to put together just because of all the different parts to the legs. He looks like he's going to be fun to paint. There's a lot of metal parts on here, a lot of sort of pipe work things. I haven't glued him to the base yet just to make him a little bit easier to paint. I don't know if you can see his face there. There's so much detail with like all the teeth, the eyes, all the kind of metal pipe work and stuff. He just looks amazing. Then last but not least is the Master of Possession, the big bad of the group. I was actually super excited to put this guy together, so I put him together first. As you can see, there's loads and loads of detail there. I love the way that the pose is quite dynamic, so it looks like he's actually floating. But it's just where part of his cape is touching the floor. He's got the flame in his hand, so I'm going to have to learn how to paint in fire, which will be fun. But yeah, he's a great miniature, and he's a super awesome leader to lead my Demonkin.
Okay guys, so here you have before you, all built are the Vanguard Space Marines. These took, again, similar to the Demonkin, about 2 hours to make, maybe just over 2 hours, 15 minutes, which is quite good, really. I was expecting to be there for a fair few hours, so I was quite impressed with that. Really easy to put together, and really clear, precise instructions, which is always nice. The only ones that were a bit fiddly were the suppressors, but obviously they're on flight bases, but I'll come to that in a second. So we have the Space Marine infiltrators with different loadouts. Some have bolt carbines should I say. Some have bolt pistols, as we can see. Really nice sculpts. Very iconic, very recognisable. We also have the Lieutenant, which is a really, really cool pose. Sorry, that's not the Lieutenant, do excuse me. Really cool. I cannot wait to get some paint on these guys. I think I got the, or should I say that Ben got the short straw when he had to paint Chaos, but I'm not complaining. We also have the eliminators with sniper rifles. You have an eliminator sergeant and 2 eliminators. So the sergeant has these binoculars with him, which is a really cool pose. He stood up, and the other 2 snipers are kneeling, looking ready to take someone out, which is nice. Again, I don't know how well that's showing on camera, but the different face sculpts on these are really impressive. I'm really looking forward to trying out painting a camouflage cloak. That'll be cool. Really like those. And then we move on to the suppressors. As I said before, we have 2 of the same pose. And we have a suppressor sergeant. This is one of the normal guys. And as you can see, I've got blue tack on the flight stand at the moment. That is just holding him in position while the super glue sets, as they are a little bit fiddly to get glued to the flight base unless you have a glue and activator, which we don't have in the studio, unfortunately. So that's the normal suppressor. And the super mean looking suppressor sergeant is looking really cool. Again, if you look at the face sculpt, really, really detailed, really, really nice. And I think that's going to come up really well when it's painted. Those guns are just awesome. And from there we move on to the heroes. So we have the librarian. Again, we've seen this pose early on before the release of the box set. Some people found the pose quite strange. I really like it. It kind of shows off that they use their psychic abilities in the psychic phase, which we'll learn all about. We also have the captain, which is this dude. He was a little bit more fiddly to put together, but nothing too strenuous. But there's a lot to him, as you can see. Really, really nice. That's the captain. And then the lieutenant. This is probably one of my, I think actually this is my favourite pose in this side of the box set. I just really like it. There's a lot of detail in there. And the fact he's just walking around with his knife out ready to take people out is really cool. So that is the Space Marine side. We'll get back in front of the camera. We'll have a little chat about what we're going to do going forward. So we'll see you in a second. So that's our unboxing for Shadowspear 40k. Really nice models.
Cool.
Both sides,
cool.
aren't they? Really cool. I enjoyed sitting here and putting them together today. It's been nice.
Yes, yeah. I found it really therapeutic putting models
together.
It's really cool.
Now we need to get some paint on them. Now going forward, 40k is going to be a system which you're going to see quite a bit of on the channel. We're still going to be doing a lot of Middle Earth. We're still going to be doing Vanguard in the
Tale 4 Gamers.
Yep. There's going to be stuff. Jay and Lee and I've got stuff in the pipeline as well, so keep an eye out for that. But 40k is definitely something that we're going to feature in. And it's probably going to be me and yourself that you will see doing it. We've both started collecting the Conquest magazines, like we said earlier. We're going to do some battle reports, do a slow grow.
Yeah.
We're going to start off using the models that you get with Conquest magazine.
So hopefully people that are collecting it as well can join us along with our kind of journey with it.
Yeah, because we're newbies.
Yeah,
we're newbies. This is going to be us learning the game. So no doubt there might be the odd mistake. So we're relying on you guys to point out in the comments when we do. So keep an eye out for that. You are going to be playing as
Death Guard.
So,
just heretics generally.
So I'll be Space Marines. We're going to get, like I say, do a slow grow. You mentioned starting off at
400 points, then 750, and then keep it growing up to sort of maybe 1500, 2000 points.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool. There might be some other stuff that we'll talk about in another video to go alongside that, which we might be doing, which we spoke about earlier. But then you will see also these guys appearing in battle reports once we are a bit more familiar with the basics of the game and going forward. We don't really want to jump in and start using elites left, right and centre. We'll learn the basics and then we'll go from there. So do join us on our journey into 40k, and we hope to see you in a video very, very, very soon. So thank you for watching. I've been Top Table Steve.
I've been Top Table Ben.
And we'll see you soon.
See you later.